And you know how I just mentioned how I fought a backpacker with a Suicune?
Yep.
Well, now I'm fighting another backpacker with a Mewtwo.
Okay. So they're backpacking some heat.
Okay, that was like the best one I've ever heard you make, and that's saying something.
I'm quick with them. If nothing else, I'm not saying they're great, but I'm quick with it, right? Hey, what it is, kids? Welcome back to Binge Worthy Gaming, where we have all the binges, the right amount of cringe, and we got Cruelty64 with us here today for our Pokemon Black and White 2 Randomized Soul Link. What's going on, Brian?
I am doing very well. Not a ton going on. Thankfully, today is a day off. How are you doing today?
Not too bad. I'll tell you a little bit later how I'm doing because I did get my second COVID vaccine today. So,
well, congratulations.
Well, I hear there could be some potential side effects in the future, so we'll find out.
Well, I mean, in your case, you'll find out. But for anyone watching, we last episode we did finally beat Gym 3.
Yep.
It was a close battle on my end because of a Growlithe. Yeah, I was fighting a Growlithe that was pretty tough. Which is amusing because of obviously the Growlithe on Binge's team. But we made it to Nimbasa City, and today we're going to be doing a lot of stuff like surrounding Nimbasa City. Hopefully get some new encounters.
Yeah, and I got my Cruelty64 strat guide ready to go.
Yes. He does have that strat guide right here in his ear. So out of the places we can go, there's Desert Resort, which is going to be if we go back down onto Route 4 and do a little bit of different exploration.
Sure.
There's we can go immediately up and to the left to do stuff on Route 5, or we can go up and to the right to get onto Route 16 and Lost Thorn Forest. Where do you want to head first?
Well, I mean, we already went the desert way before, so I think we may as well just wrap that up and get that encounter.
All right. Well, then let's head to Desert Resort. There's going to be a lot of sand, and there's also going to be a lot of... forgot that's going to be a problem for my recording situation today. The AC is very, in my house, generally on and off in terms of how loud it is, and it's louder in the place I'm recording today.
Gotcha. I'll try to get that like in post. I'll be able to like knock that down a bit, I think.
Hopefully. So I am heading towards the Desert Resort, and I ran into a backpacker that I skipped over.
How dare you?
I know, right?
Desert Resort.
Oh wow, dude has a Ferrothorn. I was just talking about that the other day in chat. Ferrothorn's cool. Got a very good ability and type, even if it's.
I love Ferrothorn.
The one thing it has working against it is the fact that, like so many, I guess bug types in general, especially, but like Gen 5 bug types, it seems more notable. It is super weak to fire.
Oh, definitely. But I mean, you just don't put it against fire.
Exactly.
Desert Resort. Is there a certain spot in here that might give us better levels, or?
So if you go, I'm not sure what the level difference is on the outside versus the inside. I would count them as the same location, so be careful in that regard.
All right, so I'll just jump in this dark dirt here and see what happens. By the way, guys, make sure you like and subscribe if you guys are enjoying the Soul Link series. Go over, check out Cruelty64. He'll be linked in the description, and there's going to be a little icon at the end of the video, so you guys can just jump right over there and say hi. I'm pretty sure he's just knocking on the door of 20 subscribers, so go show some love.
Yes. As of this recording, last I checked, I'm at 18.
Dude, I'll tell you what, I'm pretty sure you're at 19.
Really? You think so?
I think so. Oh, man. Now this is an encounter. Come on.
Oh, boy. This
is an encounter.
Okay. I will grab one as soon as I can. I did not stock up on enough potions. Okay, I will be there in a hot second.
You do your thing.
And then you can tell me what you got. I'm sure the audience is losing their mind right now.
Well, I hope so. I mean, I'm excited about it. He's one of my favorites.
Oh boy. Hopefully I can get my encounter to live up to that. And I've made it to the interior. Let's see what we got.
What am I gonna hit?
Okay, mine doesn't, but at the very least I haven't used this in a while. What'd you get?
I've got an Infernape.
Really?
Really? I don't know what to hit it with. Do I hit it with Twister? Twister doesn't hit a whole hard, super hard, does it?
Twister doesn't hit very hard, and you don't have stab, so I say go for it.
He's getting a Mach Punch. That'd be good.
So you know who probably... I'll just tell you, mine's a freaking Pat Rat.
Pat Rat, oh man. I don't want to have two guys that make you have crappy guys, right?
Well, I can skip Bloom as a semi-manageable, and when it comes to Pat Rat, I've never actually used a Watchog before, and there is stuff you can do to make a Watchog more, like, viable, as it were.
Yeah.
The strategy I think of is, it's one that a lot of Team Plasma Grunts will use, especially in original Black and White, where they'll give it Super Fang, Hypnosis, and Confuse Ray, which makes them incredibly irritating to fight. Yeah. I did just catch mine now.
Did you? So here's the issue: is he's in the red. I'm not in
Sandstorm.
Sandstorm. Yeah, that's the issue right now. So bear with me.
So I will wait to nickname it that.
I think I've got like another 2 or 3 Sandstorm hits before anything bad could happen.
I should have predicted that and just told you not to attack it.
Yeah.
Let's wear it down.
I just got 3 shakes, so I know it's possible.
Pulling up my naming document now.
I think he can take another 2 Sandstorms. So.
Well, I am wishing you the best of luck.
Why, thank you. I'm wishing you best of luck too, man, because it's for your encounter as well. 1 shake. We got 2 shakes, 3 shakes. Bada bing, bada boom. We got Infernape. Nice. All right, guys. You know what? I'm gonna go. I was gonna look up a name in my Marvel book there, but I'm gonna go with Shang-Chi.
That's a good one.
I think Shang-Chi could work for this, right?
I have to double check something on Google real quick. Is that the name again? No, it's not. I was wrong. Okay. So, in that case, I'm gonna have to go with something different, and I will go with...
Excellent. Shang-Chi.
Now, I'm guessing his moveset will involve, like, the 10 rings of some kind.
You would hope, right?
Okay, I don't have enough space for the ideal name I was going for, but I have a Pat Rat now, and his name is Duke 3D, which, if I had enough room, the nickname would be Duke Nukem 3D.
For sure.
But I did get that Pat Rat. It is a hardy nature, which is good, and it's got Detect, Sand Attack, Crunch, and Hypnosis.
It's not bad, man.
Yeah,
it's always good having somebody that can put people to sleep. So
yeah,
mine obviously is firefighting with the relaxed nature. It's got Ember, Taunt, Mach Punch, and Fury Swipes. It's not bad.
So already your stab coverage is good. Your nature is bad.
Yes.
But it's an Infernape that probably will be able to cover for it.
I hope so. So are we going to continue progressing forward in here?
We could progress forward in here. We could get some more encounters. I'm doing a little bit of trainer fighting because I just plopped the EXP share onto Duke 3D.
That's actually a smart idea. You're always thinking, man.
I do have a bit of experience with this, especially this game, given how often I've attempted to stream it or just do solo playthroughs and then failed. But
perfect.
What I should do, or I think what I'm gonna try to do, because 1985 is like level 32. It's pretty powerful at this point, and
nice.
Xbox 360 is getting a little bit of focus, but right now she's doing okay as well. So what I'm thinking is use the EXP share on Duke 3D until he evolves and becomes like more viable.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna give the EXP share to 3Dog just to get him to evolve.
Smart.
Also, you might have experienced this in the sewers off stream, but for you and for the audience, if you're ever in a location and you see a nurse or a doctor, they are special trainers. Sorry, stand corrected. 1985 is now level 32.
Nice.
But if you ever see a nurse or a doctor, they are these special trainers that once you beat them in a fight, they almost always only have one Pokemon, from what I recall.
Yep.
But once you beat them, they will heal you, and then you can always just talk to them again an infinite amount of times to heal them. They're portable Pokemon centers.
It's excellent.
It's really convenient. It's one of those quality of life assurances that this game introduced.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if other gens have it as well, but I certainly like it in Nova.
I'm pretty sure. I remember in like playing Pokemon Shield. I remember there's a couple of random people that would like. I remember being like, "Hey, I'm gonna heal up right now," and then like 2 steps later, someone healed me. I'm like, "Oh, come on."
Yeah, I definitely know there are NPCs in the later games who will just heal you. What I'm curious about is if they're trainers as well.
Yeah, I don't think there were trainers, if I can recall correctly.
Like an example I can mention off the top of my head, on Route 4, there's a pair of sisters on. There's one at the entrance to Galar Mine number 1 and one at the exit of Galar Mine number 1 on Route 4, I think it is at that point.
Yep.
And both of them will heal you, but they're not trainers. And then a lot of the time the NPCs will be like, oh, it's someone you know that just is there and will heal you for once.
Yeah.
Like Marnie or Sonia or whatever. I'm finding a Gastrodon right now. Oh, forgot to mention this. I forget what battle it happened in. Oh, this happened in my my solo sword playthrough.
Yeah.
Where, I caught a shiny Squovit, evolved it into a Greedent, and Squovit has a unique ability where whenever it eats a berry, it will heal up. So if you give it like a healing berry, it'll heal even more. Or if you give it like a status restoration berry, it also has a healing effect.
Gotcha.
So I gave it I had a couple berries on it, but I eventually gave it a person berry because I was getting confused pretty often.
Yeah, for sure.
I get hit by one water pulse, heal from it. Get confused, eat the person berry, and heal from it. Then, literally the second turn that I was fighting it, I got hit by another water pulse and confused again.
Jesus.
Just back to back, the game was mocking me. That entire playthrough was mocking me before I dropped it. But, also, anytime you fight a ranger in Gen 5, they will give you a berry. Speaking of.
Excellent. By the way, I'm fighting the nurse that probably spawned your conversation about nurses.
Yes. You are absolutely correct.
And fun fact, before I came to the spot where she's at, I used a couple potions. I used the paralyzed heal.
Heh.
Always the way, man. Always the way.
Always use them right before someone heals you.
Yes, for sure.
This is... Okay, a life orb. I think that's usually a rare... Maybe that's a black and white, not black and white.
Life orb's good, though, man.
Life orb is solid. I don't use it a ton because it's more of a competitively viable move, and from a Nuzlocke perspective, the more health I have, the better chance I have against potential like life-threatening crits or something.
For sure.
But it is really useful for a lot of stuff. I think I mentioned this in another episode, but there is a very funny NPC around here. He is a guy in like a business suit and sunglasses just standing in a dune. And when you talk to him, he says, you're like the second person ever to go up and speak to me. I want you to have this. And he'll give you a soft sand. In
Nice.
Black and White, if you do the same thing in the first games, you're the first person to ever talk to him. That means in 2 years, he's had 0 human interaction.
That's rough.
That's rough, man.
That is rough, man. Despite it being soft sand, it's kind of rough.
That was a very solid pun.
Thanks, man.
Made only slightly worse by the fact that I have to now fight a sweet moon.
Wiccan is trying to learn Flame Burst.
Really?
Yeah, but he already has Fire Fang, which is pretty good. And
if you
Flame
have
Wheel.
anything that's like replaceable, I'd say go for it. But from what I remember, Arcanine is a physical, not a special attacker.
I'm gonna get rid of Leer just for now.
Sure.
He's got a lot of fire moves though. And by the way,
Yeah.
Flame Wheel. Shang-Chi just learned Flame Wheel not too long ago either. So
Oh, nice.
the team's looking good.
Yeah, you got 2 fire types, and I got 2 grass types. That's kind of funny.
It's excellent.
Also, I believe... Wait for it... Duke 3D is evolving. just at level 20.
Nice, man.
I'm really hoping he learns Confuse Ray at this point. Because my ideal final moveset, as weird and as broken as this is going to be, is Super Fang, Hyper Fang, Confuse Ray, and Hypnosis is what I'm going for.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's going to be absolutely irritating. But, yep, just learned Confuse Ray. Nice.
Excellent. Ooh, a Vaporeon.
I could potentially keep stuff like Sand Attack or Detect to be even more infuriating, or Crunch or Flamethrower for better coverage.
Yep.
But I'm going to stick with being annoying but still able to do damage.
Yeah, for sure.
Because Super Fang will help out against the tankier type foes, and then the Hyper Fang will actually be able to KO.
Oh, God, yeah. I love Hyper Fang, man.
It's a great move. The only issue I have with it is the slight accuracy, but when it hits hard.
Yeah, I remember back when I used to play Gen 1, and there's a Rocket inside Mount Moon who has Eradicate at level 16 for no reason. And that dude hits like a fucking ton of bricks because it has Hyper Fang, right?
Yes, he does, and it is a nightmare. And you know how I just mentioned how I fought a backpacker with a Suicune?
Yep.
Well, now I'm fighting another backpacker with a Mewtwo.
Okay. So they're backpacking some heat.
Okay, that was like the best one I've ever heard you make, and that's saying something.
I'm quick with them. If nothing else, I'm not saying they're great, but I'm quick with it, right?
He just used Future Sight on me, but then I paralyzed him on turn 2, and that helped. Thank goodness.
Hello, backpacker.
He used that Future Sight hopefully won't hit.
This
I don't really understand how Future Sight works. Its damage RNG is really long.
Yeah. I'm also fighting a backpacker, but mine has a Duosion?
Duosion, yes.
Yeah.
And funny enough, in the chapter I just wrote published of Disparate Elements, I covered the fight with Caitlyn.
Yep.
And for some reason, this was the actual gameplay for Disparate Elements was done years and years and years ago. Like, that file is old.
Gotcha.
But for some reason, despite having a, I believe, Moxie boosting Scrafty, I decided to open the fight with my Galvantula.
Yeah.
So I had to write about the Galvantula versus Reuniclus fight that I had right at the start.
Gotcha.
It was a weird choice on my part from a gameplay perspective. But also, I gotta say, that playthrough, my team was tiny, but it was great. My final team in terms of, like, main members that I used was Samurott, Galvantula, and Scrafty. And by the end, I had Reshiram because story-relevant encounter.
Yeah. It's a good little team, I'd say.
It was a very fun and good team, and Gen 5 overall probably has my favorite roster. It is very high quality and high quantity, which is a rare balance. You get, like, we were just talking about, like, Ferrothorn, Galvantula, Volcarona. It's good stuff all around.
Yeah,
Haxorus that just murdered our starter.
Hey, don't bring that up.
It's traumatizing. But the other thing about Gen 5 that I keep wanting to bring up and forgetting is it's kind of like a double-edged sword where you've got this roster of incredible Pokemon, and a lot of them are just insanely hard to evolve in one way or another.
Yep.
Like Larvesta, who becomes probably the best bug type that isn't a legendary. Larvesta doesn't evolve until level 59.
Yeah, it's brutal.
It's at good luck finding a game where you're going to get your Larvesta to 59 before the Elite Four.
Yeah, by the way,
it's not easy.
I just picked up a hidden item. It's not an overworld one. The Big Root.
Nice.
So that could be good in the future.
The Big Roots, okay, I was just talking about Larvesta, and this trainer has a Volcarona.
Makes perfect sense.
But, the Big Root's really cool, but I always have difficulty deciding, like, okay, should I equip the Big Root, or should I equip the Miracle Seed? Because the Miracle Seed just gives, like, a standard buff to your grass attacks, but the Big Root increases how much HP you'll be getting back from stuff like Giga Drain.
Yep.
It also might affect, like, Leech Seed as well, like, it's possible.
Not sure about that.
I'm not sure either. I'd have to look it up. Also, much as I'm complaining about Duke 3D not being a very good Pokemon, he's learning all of his most useful moves. He just got to level 22 and learned Super Fang.
I think my guy's level 21 or 22 as well.
Nice. Very well done. But, now I lost my train of thought. But, yeah,
Sorry.
no, that's on me for jumping around topics every 5 seconds. But yeah, the Big Root definitely does help keep your like tankier grass types alive a lot of the time. I think I used it on my Roserade in the Generation Lock I just did.
Yeah, for me, like Big Root, I'll use it depending on like the moveset, right?
Yeah, because if you're going to be running like Energy Ball or Magical Leaf or something that's some more standard grass type attack, it's not worth it.
No.
But especially if you're using something kind of tanky, or Wood Hammer, I guess, if you're running a physical grass type.
Ah, Zoroark.
I love Zoroark. There is at a certain point in the game, we can get a gift that is usually a Zorua.
Yep.
That's from N. It's obviously going to be randomized for us, but it is such a like freaking cool and useful Pokemon.
Yeah.
And I used it in the Black2 run that I'm going to write a story on.
Sweet.
Because it was just, it levels up faster because it's got a different original trainer, and it's also just so freaking cool.
Yeah. If nothing else, it's
Had
just
his
a
own
cool
movie.
Pokemon. Yeah, he had his own movie, man. Like,
I met the guy in the dune, and I became the second person to talk to him.
I don't think
I just mentioned earlier how it's like, oh man, use the nurses and doctors instead of healing items in locations where they are.
Yeah.
Then I totally forgot as I'm going through the desert resort, and I'm just going through all my healing items.
Yeah, I'm doing same thing. I don't want to backtrack all the way just to the nurse, right?
Yeah. Oh, this Ranger has Kecleon.
Ooh.
Kecleons are cool, but I've never used one.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those, like, I don't know. It's not useless.
It's kind of a gimmicky Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like, I imagine they're way better with Protean, which you can actually get kind of easily nowadays. Because there's a Kecleon, like, so anyone who's familiar, there's a bunch of overworld Kecleons in Hoenn, whether you're playing the remakes or the originals, and they're blocking off places and you fight them or whatever.
Yep.
It's fine. But in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, they added a few more. And one of them is, funny enough, an invisible Kecleon that's like hiding behind a stand where you'd like put your face in and pretend to be an astronaut. And I think that one has the hidden ability Protean.
Oh, really?
Which is a really good hidden ability and helps, I imagine, would help Kecleon out a lot.
Oh,
gives
God, yeah.
you more control over what type you're going to become. But other than that, it's a very exploitable Pokemon to fight, especially if you have something super effective against, like, your weaknesses. Or
Oh, God, yeah.
any kind of type coverage, really.
Like you said, it's kind of gimmicky. If you can plan it properly, it can work out well, but...
But most of the time, I can't.
Yeah, that's the trick. Did you already go inside, like, the,
I did not. I am avoiding the Relic Castle encounters.
Ah.
If you already encountered something there, though, I will do the same.
I haven't, but I was... Honestly,
All right.
I'm kind of excited about hopefully getting... Hey! Speak of the devil!
You just ran into something, didn't you?
Something that we were talking about.
Did you run into a Galvantula?
No, a Volcarona.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so Volcarona is the static encounter we would have gotten in Relic Castle. Well, if this was not randomized, but really cool though. I'm gonna hop in there and get something then, because
Oh, I haven't encountered... This isn't an encounter.
oh,
This is just
it's
a battle.
trainer.
Just a trainer. I haven't gotten in there yet.
All right. Well, Duke 3D just got to level 23 because I ran into a wild Azel.
Uh-oh.
What's up?
The comeback. Reshiram is back for revenge.
Oh no.
Oh, no. So who do we go to here?
I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're just not. Hey there, Delilah.
Well, he's fire. I know he's fire type, so I think it should be May staying in.
most likely. It will probably still have Dragon Rage depending on the level.
For sure. I have 56 hit points right now, so I should be okay. So let's go for a nice Water Pulse. Ooh, Reshiram. I miss you, buddy. Ooh, okay. Ancient Power. Don't get a boost, please. So no.
I actually was, when I was rewatching some of the old recordings and episodes, I realized how often I got those Ancient Power boosts and just never noticed. Like, it would be right at the end of a battle as I used it to KO somebody.
Yep. Imprison. Okay, that's not going to help you, buddy.
Yes, look at all the moves your Milotic shares with Reshiram. Like,
exactly.
Status not found.
My Water Pulse doesn't work now because he has Water Pulse. Sure. Alright. Oh, there's the Dragon Rage. Go fuck yourself. Okay, he knocked me down to 46.
Gives you one more.
I should be okay here. Boom. Except the sand knocked me down to 41.
Ooh, that would have been risky.
Yeah, that's okay. Reshiram is down, guys. That should be some good experience, though.
Alright, so I am... In that case, I'm going to avoid the Relic Castle for now.
Okay.
Sorry,
Someone's knocking.
Yes, someone is. I'm going to have to go. Like,
Okay.
We're going to have to halt this early.
That's okay. It's 25 minutes. It's fine. So I'll just do a quick send-off, and we're good to go.
Yep.
All right, guys. So we're going to wrap up here. Go check out the next episode. It's going to be over on Cruelty 64. Make sure you like and subscribe to both channels to follow the series. And, yeah, I think he's got to take off.
Yes, I do, but I hope you all have a nice day, and I will see you later.
All right, guys. Peace.